that notion that we should be able to trust and rely on our water supply is completely torn apart by events like what we're seeing in West Virginia and North Carolina.
It's true, and I'm glad that you brought up New Orleans, because we have a couple of issues going on here. We have equity issues and we have infrastructure issues. So when it comes to equity, West Virginia is the third poorest state in the country. And many of these infrastructure issues that are happening to our most vulnerable populations in the United States. So when it comes to infrastructure, we know that the EPA says between 23,000 and 75,000 sanitary sewer overflows happen each year. And they're happening to our most vulnerable communities. I mean, 3.5 million Americans are getting sick just from swimming. So we know we need to protect our most vulnerable communities, and we need to revise infrastructure so that everyone does feel safe.
So these 2 points feel to me like they ought to be political bonanza, in the sense that infrastructure should be everyone's interest, right? Everyone should be deeply, Democrats, Republicans, I mean, how is this not a winning issue? Clean water and infrastructure, and at the same time, the fact that this kind of infrastructure investment would generate particular benefits for those most on the bottom, sort of most unequal. How do we start getting that kind of discourse about what our water needs are and this connection to issues of inequality?
I think it comes back to responsibility, right? We're not holding our industries accountable for their actions.
Because that kills jobs.
Well, but you said it exactly right. Building infrastructure can create jobs, right? And so the West Virginia legislature right now is actually considering a bill that would establish basically a permanent mineral trust fund based on some severance taxes from natural gas drilling. And what they have an opportunity to do if they pass that bill, which we hope they do, is to direct those funds to things like infrastructure, things like economic diversification, things like education, and really plan for the future.
I want to go to listening to the Secretary of State from West Virginia talking about how fed up people are as we go out. When we come back, we'll talk more about West Virginia, more about North Carolina, but also California, where there simply isn't enough water. But as we go out, I also want to listen to the Secretary of State from West Virginia talking about just how fed up people are.
Too many West Virginians are still wondering if their water is really safe. First off, we hear it's one chemical. Then we hear it's 2 chemicals. First, we hear it's 7,500 gallons. Then we hear it's 10,000 gallons. One day we're told that the water is safe. The next day we hear that pregnant women should not drink it. It doesn't add up. Either it's safe or it's not safe. Quite frankly, people are fed up, they are angry, and they are scared.